Thanks so much, Aaron. That's great. I'm going to do the thing of just checking you can hear me. Yay. Okay, great. It's lovely to kick things off. I am thrilled to be published by Broken Sleep Books. I love Broken Sleep. I love the books that you publish, and I'm thrilled to be reading with everyone tonight. It's great to be part of the whole thing. I'm just going to read. Backlogues is a long poem, one long poem, and I'm going to read the first part of it this evening. There's not much I want to say about it before I start reading it. Apart from that, it's a poem that was written in 2020 at the start of the pandemic, in the first lockdown, and it bears the traces of that, basically. There's lots of things I might have taken out if it had been like not so clearly fixed in time and memory by this experience. The other thing is that there are names in it, there are people in it. Some of those people are real, but there is a character in it called Brian who is not real in the same way as those other people. In that he doesn't have a body, he doesn't exist in the world separate from me. So that's just to clarify some of the names. And now I'm going to start. Who's that? Whistle in the distant kitchen, kettle going, spray arc, panorama whiplash, froth down scroll, white sea script, pulse of old buy habits, tea pools on the sunburst, day supplied, resolve to more past tense, in silence, thoughts so wingful, black scatter in the green bleached clumps, and wet teeth rattle at the skylights. Noop head catching the sun, far off this cloud, one toothpick, its dear regular light, when dark goes over my maudlin boat pitched in TV, yawing, Belgravia of Waterloo, bright picture, bubo yawns, but get this, cat mouths. Julian Fellows will see you now. The reef screams wave, streams foam, and our own day now plumes off. Still was. The mummy assembly, heads I know unreachable, the wind in ruins lives together. When I see you again, I will hold you and hold you. Then whistle, come back to your senses and the kettle, and rounding the corner into the kitchen, Brian, legs noodled in the green chair, and says, welcome to the history of Great Britain, numbnuts. I didn't want him with me for this, his bland, boiled, knobbly name, neither Charles nor Charty Magnum, neither Margaret, Elizabeth, nor Mary. So it was, we had to settle down and make acquaintance. Wide arc of the swinging blade, wide arc of the breakers, of the silence law prescribes itself. The space, the arc and chord bring into shadow. What tenpin on the crown of the hill? The Prime Minister wearing prerogative as a party hat, with misdirection and the magic circle shuffling life into a wine crate. Brian at his ease in shade, the beech tree hologram above his head, the mighty apples, chestnuts in his lap, me driving the lumps, the sheep of my dreams out of the kitchen. My heart bears the impression of my patron's face. Who owns his face? My comfort is a glad enduring debt. Goes Brian after me, the Lord gave back what he hath taken, the exception by its very nature obvious. My pipe, the prof of sacred regard, in fact, Lord of the adjacent manner of sleep, the baton for destroying mixture, batter or dough. For it is oven day in lonely house, cut off by the whole width of the world with real companions, nothing flower puff of Brian, cat and bee, with slow resistant fingers mixing oats and syrup as coal powders in the scuttle and wood mould settles pigeon-chested in the woodlouse nest. The house is theirs, goes Cat, we are their guests, at which the grisly whistle of Brian playing a joke on his pipe. First of all, I'm sorry that it is a man or someone with a name, most often linked to men. In truth, Brian is the front part of a head, transparent, time to time appears as though he takes up space, humanly, always 2 meters off. Too bad from Brian, shimmering at the table, offering a bowl of blueberries, scrumpled flowers, boar-churned water. When will my cottage wear its hat of loam again? Goats ornament the county, kingly tent encamp my love and root authority, Bavarian antiquity, antiquity in atavistic Buckingham's suspenders. Brian's hero blowing smoke up the diplomat's butthole. Doesn't matter. Dash. Gone are the halcyon days of the jesters. I'm Team Felton, pinned down in the hall with the Hat Manifesto and the desolation. Now, how did that come out of the window? Clouds at pace, our environment desolate of livestock. Michael, the next door farmer, driving around with a cow head on Potato Thunderdome. My eye crawls nearer, back over the grass, flips on a low wall. Look up, the white wall, 4 woodlice. Brian fiddling on his pipe and Cat turning postcards over, thighs on fire. I sure wouldn't mind having those abs, and I'd do just about anything to get it. Gillian Michaels, raging Ironheart, hunk of grammar destroyer, 2 fit flapjacks coming out, scones coming out of there, the backs of the good soldier silverfish, what hearth, what homebots, on our backs going teaspoons, demerara sugar-studded butter, oatmeal, and flour. The phone rings. Mum, it's good to hear your voice. And as we walked up the Rochdale Canal in that box of light, recalling over water bridges, sarsens, vinegar, ducks bathing in the gully mouths, thoughtless of liberty, but in profound time together, leg held by ancestral hands, disguised as roots, merchant converters, goods petty limit fell trap-like again and again. Oh, running around on the lawn like a jet plane with a face mask, giving my face a hug, you bastard, for that warehouse margin. I want bows and arrows big enough to quiver through Tim Martin's face and skewer him to 40,000 jobs. We pioneers opened the doors to our Rochdale shop by a small flap in the Brains commercial alleyway. Brian, translucent as a jellyfish, stretched across half the twilight. Noop head going at a steady wink, bee buzzing, cat running about, clapping as if after a mosquito, white paper towel. Milk appears on the blue grass, drunk of night. We were comfortable with the metallic. And who needs the streets anyway? They can take care of themselves, going places vacantly, forehead face. Hello, Bobby. No, I haven't seen the light for 15 years. In fact, I just reassembled myself out of a tin of brittle insect exoskeletons, a documentary history of England, and the dandruff of my dear dad, who was a doctor, his bald head dry as a salt flat dome. Stick that in your pipe, Brian. No predators here. But in the evening, the huge, sad cat, Otis or Rita, comes down the hill from Jeremy's workshop and puts its maw round the door jamb, the side post, the rusty gate hook. And though your dress swings beautifully, cat, I can see you are sad before space and the stars. Happy birthday, Mum. 70. Stay inside. And if you die, it matters not. How straight the gate. And far away, liquid ranges the Pentland Firth gold foil and pine. Tremendous waste. The plain rain in Spain, campy sprinkle, locked prospect, acres of white marble, thunder down in Fanta finery. Madrid, where no one's ever been, 5 woodlice drowned in the shower. They were at work, the woodpile a day drier. Eyes shut and very fast, shot over the last months, in fact centuries. Devastated Caithness, desert Sutherland, forest hologram. Dad taken off his hat because he's gone, not now, but sometime. The monks accept a suicide who killed his king, and 6 weeks later, Vikings in the kitchen, outburst of the jewellery of innards. Vampires standing around like bells in the ruins. 10 decapitated lighthouses swivelling their eyes in a bullet factory. Slow spray of plainsong crossing the causeway. Invisible Baptist. Salutations, fishermen. Bolivian salt flats, mirror to mirror. If on earth we meet no more, we hope to meet in heaven. I am alone and will take everything. Where congregations ne'er break up, do not advise selection. I am in the igloo with the lathe of heaven. What is it of these islands? Crosshairs of the present, going back and back with parents you, cat, cherished. All the treasure has its stain. The veil between the worlds is thin. And as you step, you feel the nearness of the murdered and the drowned, the cast out of the kingdom of exclusive life. Thank you.